Hey y'all, happy Monday! I hope you're coming off of a great weekend. I sure had a great weekend. I had my class this past weekend and it was so amazing. I'm still going off of feeling all of the vibes that I felt this weekend and all of the love that I get to create in these safe spaces. And so I had a lot of new faces, which is wonderful. So thank you all for stepping into my space and just feeling all of the wonderful energy that you get. If you want to go to the next class, I saved the date already. I'll send confirmation details soon, but it's October 19th. It's my birthday celebration. I'm an October baby. Scorpio season is around the corner. So that's happening. My next meeting is September 29th in about 2 weeks at the end of this month. So let me know if you want to attend that. And we're going to be talking about understanding the importance of fostering the relationship with self, which leads me into this video. This video is about my spirituality. It's hard to kind of put in a nutshell and have a time limit on it. So throughout time, I will always be talking about my spirituality and what it means to me. I truly believe that if it wasn't for the belief in my spirituality and falling back on the things that I know and I wholeheartedly believe in my heart, I wouldn't be as successful. I wouldn't see the world the way that I do. I wouldn't have been able to understand a lot of the things that I understand now. So spirituality means different things to everybody. It encompasses so many things. It's one word and it just has so many different things that you can feel from it. So for me, spirituality doesn't have anything to do with religion, doesn't correlate. And if your spirituality does, then that's okay. I mean, I have, friends, family from all different kinds of backgrounds. At the end of the day, it's all about love. It's all about you being a good human being. It's all about good intention, having a good heart, giving, doing good for your neighbor, for thyself. And so whatever background you have, it doesn't matter to me. For me, it's just about, believing in what I believe in and fostering that spirituality for myself. It has a lot to do with, getting in touch with my innermost higher power. A few weeks ago, I asked that question, what spirituality means to y'all, and I got a few responses. And it was kind of on that same level, which is really interesting to see. One of the people who responded back to me is atheist. I'm not atheist, but a lot of the things that we believe in and how we see spirituality is similar, and which is really interesting. A lot of the results of how we feel is the same. The higher power that we believe in, if we believe in one, is different, or the way that we maneuver around our spirituality is different, but the result is the same. And so for me and this particular person, it was very, very similar, along the same lines of just always staying in tune with ourselves, always staying in tune with who our higher being is, trying to understand as much as we possibly can who we are and the depths, like nothing surface level, the depths of who we are. And for me, understanding that means going back into other lifetimes. I believe that this isn't the first time that we are on this planet. This is not going to be the last time that we are on this planet. I understand death in a much different way. I don't believe in heaven or hell. I don't think that, if you're a bad person, that you're going to go to hell after this. Every person has to pay back the karma that they have, from the things that they've done in past lives. So we think about karma, we think about, I did this, now it's going to come back to me. And it's kind of like that, in my opinion, but we're not just talking about present karma. We're not just talking about what I did last year. So, this is my karma for that. I personally believe that we're paying back karma from past lives. And every lifetime is a learning lesson. We are here to learn. Everything has already been manifested to us. So this may sound crazy or, outside of the box for a lot of you. Again, I'm not an inside of the box kind of person, so that should already be expected. But, I fall back on my spirituality so much because it truly has been a big part of me, especially in these past 2 years, I want to say. It has brought my family a lot closer. This is something that, my family and we don't all believe in it in the same exact way, but we all have some sort of spirituality. This has allowed for my mom and I's relationship to become a lot closer. So about 2 years ago, we were introduced into ancestral medicine. things like DMT, things like ayahuasca. And some of you may have heard of those things, some of you may have not. Throughout time, I will explain all of it. But with this ancestral medicine, we have been able to see ourselves in other places, in other lifetimes. I have been able to see the universe in a way that I have never seen the universe before. And it's really hard to explain. If you talk to anybody who has ever done ancestral medicine, even just one time, they're really going to struggle to explain to you what their experience has been, because it truly is a magnificent thing, magnificent thing, that you, it's just, again, it's just so hard to explain, because when you see the universe the way that I've seen it, you can't come back to this lifetime and be the same person. It creates understanding for you. It creates just this newfound way of seeing yourself and seeing the universe, and understanding that we are the universe. We are our own God, because we get to manifest whatever it is we want into existence by saying it, by thinking it, by writing it, by truly just believing that something is going to happen. It's going to happen. Everything is energy. You know, I feel like if even if we come from different backgrounds on spirituality, we can agree that everything is energy. If you go like this enough, you can feel the energy. You can feel your hands tingling at the end when you stop, because that is all energy. And so we are energy. This is just a vessel. This is just the body that we chose to be in this time, but our soul is going to continue to move on. And in understanding all of these things, I have really been able to be just a more understanding person. And I get this feedback from a lot of my personal, like, inner circle. My brother, which is probably the closest person to me, we've been raised together, so he knows me more than anybody on this planet. And to hear him say that I have become more patient, that I have become more understanding, more mellow, those were words that I don't think I ever thought would be just like used to describe me. I haven't always been a mellow and a calm person and a patient person. That's one of the, the things that I'm personally working on. But when I, come into certain situations, instead of like off bat, which is how I used to be, I choose to think more. I choose to understand different perspectives. I choose to say, wait, what did I do to contribute into this situation? Whereas before it was like, no, this is what it is. I'm mad because of this. I'm right, you're wrong. How are you going to think like that? Now it's like, okay, I may have my opinion on certain things. I may still think that way, but at the end of the day, I'm going to think about your perspective. I'm going to look deep inside of myself for the answer and see what I contributed to this situation. So literally, spirituality to me means digging deep inside of myself into my highest being, and really Brenda to Brenda, asking myself, who are you? How did you get here? Really putting all of the puzzle pieces together. That's why I have been able to forgive, my ex and just anyone who has ever caused me pain, because all of those things had to happen for me to be here. All of those things had to happen for me to have this story to share to the world, to motivate you. Every single thing in life has been aligned already. And it's really hard. I used to be that person who's like, you can't tell me that everything happens for a reason. You can't tell me that children die every single day for a reason. You can't tell me that people have to go through abuse for a reason. You can't tell me that the most wonderful person, good intention, good-hearted person had to pass away and be tortured for a reason. You just can't tell me that war and this and that is all for a reason. I have truly been able to understand that every single thing that we go through is for a reason. And we're talking about past lives and karma that we're paying back from 2, 3, 50, 100 lifetimes ago. That's why everything happens for a reason, because it's all a puzzle piece. It's all aligned. And I'm telling you, 10 minutes are up and you probably still don't understand what I'm talking about. So stay tuned for a lot more about my spirituality. It's the foundation of Heal Up with B. It's a big thing in my life, and I want to always be able to share what's important to me. So stay tuned.